Okay. These comments have been very interesting, and again, the fallout from the online fallout in certain places from what DMX was saying has got people questioning shit, as it should. I always think it's interesting, like I've said before, a lot of casuals like to pretend that they like certain classic rappers, but the reality is that they don't. And the moment that a classic rapper says something that you don't want to hear, you automatically start calling them, a crackhead, and oh, they ain't really hot, and they wash and all that kind of shit. You quick. You just not even like that comes out later in the argument. Like that's the first thing you run to, which tells me that a lot of times these older heads, the classic ones, the only reason they exist to you is to validate the whack rapper that you like, which is fucked up. But again, I know how these casuals think. Trust me, I've been in hip hop a long time. I've been listening to this stuff. I know who really likes this hip hop shit and who doesn't care for it. I know the cat says, "Oh yeah, I listen to this and that artist and pretend that they really like Rakim and Nas and stuff." But the moment Rakim and Nas says that a certain artist that they like is whack, oh, they trash. Nah, Nas washed. Nah, you don't like hip hop, man. You know what I'm saying? You're just here for the moment. You're a prisoner of the moment, and you'll be gone tomorrow. So I saw this happen. Remember when Action Bronson was a thing? That whack ass white rapper. He came in sharking Ghostface hard, and his stands were like, "Oh yeah, we love Ghostface, but Action Bronson is taking it further, blah blah, and all that stuff." And then the moment when people started being like, "Hey, like, why does this guy sound so hard like Ghostface anyway? What's the deal?" Oh, Ghostface is washed. He ain't really nothing. All this shit. Mm-hmm. Switch on you quick. Anyway, let me get back to the topic. The topic is lyricism. Doggie Diamonds was saying like, "Oh, if Lloyd Banks isn't lyrical, then have I been, have I been brainwashed? Have I like not figured out that this lyricism shit is something else than I thought it was?" Yes, the answer is yes, absolutely. And I've said this for years, decades even. I remember when this whole lyricism shit started becoming a thing. And that was also an Eminem thing, by the way. That was what people used to market Eminem. Because I'm sure that people, his handlers, knew that Eminem really wasn't saying a whole lot that was interesting in a sense. And vocally was limited and his beats were trash. So they went with the technical rapping ability thing and really marketed him in that vein. And then it took on a life of its own. And we see the effects of it today in modern trash rap, basically. The point is this: yes, you absolutely have been fooled because it simply doesn't matter whether you use punchlines, metaphors, onomatopoeia, alliteration, none of that shit. What matters is, are you saying anything impressive? Period. That is the mark of a lyricist. And a lyricist is a songwriting ability. Plain and simple, it's a songwriting ability. Do you say something that is impressive? Yes or no? If what you're saying is not impressive, you are not a lyricist. Please don't waste anyone's time trying to say, "Oh, but you use this punchline." No one cares about whack punchlines. No one cares about whack metaphors. Okay? It is about, are you saying something interesting? If you really listen to music, you listen to hip hop, you know DMX makes a lot of interesting songs. He always has. Slipping is extremely interesting. ATF is very interesting. How it's going down, very interesting. DMX is a lyricist, plain and simple. Lloyd Banks is not. Lloyd Banks doesn't have a single song that anyone is going to be like, "Oh my god, like this song, like the what he said in that song and the way it was put together was like incredible." No, he is not a lyricist. Plain and simple. Lloyd Banks' line, because I remember the Victory freestyle. I was there. And again, when y'all start talking about, "Oh, but did you check out this person's freestyle?" I know automatically you're talking about a whack rapper. Because the real legends, nobody ever goes, "Oh, Nas is dope because of this freestyle." It just doesn't happen. It's never mentioned. The moment I hear, "Oh, so and so is dope because of this freestyle," that's that's a little buzz in your head that you should be like, "Oh, this nigga might be whack." Doggy Diamonds was saying he doesn't remember a Black Thought bar. Yeah, remember I told y'all about Black Thought. Black Thought is not that special. Again, I'm not saying that the dude is horrible or, not that I wouldn't give him some sort of props, but I do think that he's not lyrical. He's not. He don't say none that you remember. How are you lyrical if you say stuff that people don't remember? Off the top of my head, the only times I can think of that I vaguely remember something that Black Thought might have said would have been like, you know, you got me in silent treatment, maybe. And that's like something about Shorty going on world tour and took up my Gucci bags like I was going on a tour or some shit. And someone might have already spit that bar before. It's not really that. I don't remember anything. You know what I'm saying? And that's the problem. If you are so called lyrical and you don't say nothing really that sticks to the brain that isn't impressive, you're not lyrical. You know what I mean? Now, Doggie Diamonds in the same video said that he doesn't remember a Mos Def bar, which I find very, very strange for him to say that, especially if he's a New York dude. I don't know. Um, Mos Def got a gazillion quotables, so that to me is like crazy. But also in a way, maybe if you can't really remember what people are saying, I might put you in the casual category. I don't know, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, Mos Def, I can tell you right off the top of my head. And these are songs I haven't even heard in a minute. But this is the thing about quotables and people that say impressive shit. It burns into your mind almost instantly. One of my favorite Mos Def records is New World Water. Remember to use the H2O in wise amounts because every drop counts or some shit. It don't rain a full week some summers, you know. Um, you be measuring every yard just to take a fucking bath or some shit. Like, there's lines in there. I remember those things. You know what I'm saying? When you was talking about New World Water. Ass so fat that you can see it from the front. That's a line. I don't remember anyone before Mos Def that even said that shit. And that is literally a popular phrase now. So Mos Def absolutely has bars. Please stop. You know, I remember the line that even Mos Def said that something about how hip hop, the reflection of people is what makes hip hop what it is. So if people are scared, then hip hop is going to be scared. I think it's Fear Not of Man on his opening album. That's lyrical. I'm not saying that you got to remember bar for bar exactly what somebody says, but you have to at least remember like the periphery of the overall idea of what they said. And of course, you know, the better the bar, the more memorable the bar, the more you should be able to quote it, you know, off the top. But if you don't remember anything that the person said and you put the person on the spot and you don't remember shit, it's like, do you even know what lyrical is? Do you even listen to this guy's music? This is what I told y'all with Kendrick. You ask, what's a Kendrick bar? Oh, I can't really think of it off the top of my head. You know. But meanwhile, if I said what's a Nas bar, this and that, or you say the same shit, I can't really think of it off the top of my head. That means you're skimming the music and you're not really paying attention. You know. Now, as I've said this before, I like A$AP Rocky. I like Playboi Carti. Do they say anything lyrical? No, they're not lyricists. They have good songwriting. They have good, adequate songwriting. They rely on their charisma and their beats, which again, all great lyricists need charisma and hot beats. Okay, the lyricists just take it a step further. They get an amazing beat. They already have charisma, and then they say some interesting shit on top of that. That's when you start getting to the Nas's, the DMX's, the Mobb Deeps in them. But there are people like a Playboi Carti or like a Rocky who just get a great beat and they have the charisma. And that's it. You know, they might swag on it a little bit. You can just hop in my car, Bentley Coupe riding with stars. I can do the Glock like a cop. Hey, she give me top in a drop. You know, simple shit. You know, it's not anything that you're gonna be like, oh my god, that was really impressive. The way that they deliver their vocals is impressive, and that's good enough for me. You know, but again, what makes something lyrical is being impressive. Period. The themes. You have to say something that's like really witty and not witty in the like, oh, you used a punchline. Check mark. That's cornball shit. I'm talking about like, that's a funny bar. When Tony Yayo says, you know, Jada, change your fucking punchlines. My shirt went platinum, right? That's funny. Okay? That's a bar. You remember it. It's just so funny that a shirt would go platinum. And he's dissing it and saying like, look, listen, y'all are struggling to go platinum or do actual things. And that's how they were making fun of the locks and saying that they went triple plastic or whatever, which is a bar. But that even like, I'm effortlessly going platinum because I'm that nigga. Even my shirt's going platinum. That's funny. Okay? That's a bar. It's impressive. You remember shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's either something that's like really funny, something really profound. Niggas talking shit like, damn, look how that rock got him, right? That's a bar, DMX on Slippin'. When you hear that, you're like, damn, that's impressive, that's memorable, that's sad, it's profound in a certain way, and emotionally profound, right? When Nas is like, I never sleep, because sleep is the cousin of death, that's like, oh, that's impressive because it's philosophical almost. When Nas is like, in my darkest days, lighting up the righteous smoke, because I'm dealing with this thug life crisis and can't cope. You're like, oh, that's interesting because it's going into the psychology of somebody who's like sort of in a dark room in my darkest days lighting up the righteous smoke. So you can picture this guy, it's almost like this comic book sort of smoke coming out from this, like whatever he's lighting up. That's gorgeous imagery. It's interesting. It's poetic. That's lyrical. Okay, a lot of y'all be getting it twisted, and that's why you like these whack ass rappers that I don't care for. But you don't realize that I've been listening to hip hop a long time and I really love this shit. And a lot of y'all that like these mediocre rappers, they're not around. They're not going to be around. They'll come in and fall off. Something to think about.